So Bill Belichick trying to get them acclimated to the pads and the contact. Go big picture on this, Michelle and Teddy. Not just how he's looked on the field, but what have the interactions been between Brady and Bill Belichick based on the stories that sort of came up this offseason about is everyone on the same page? I've watched a lot of interaction between Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, and I would tell you that I wouldn't have known the difference between 2018 to 2012 to 2007. It really looks the same to me. And Michelle, he's thrown 3 interceptions that I've counted in camp so far, so maybe not as sharp as I might remember from past years, but I think he's going to be able to make up that time with some more practices ahead.
I'll say this. You see right here on the graphic, he turned 41 Friday. You talk about relationships, Reese, and it's with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and the Rob Gronkowski, a lot of that drama that was in the offseason. Right now, how it is right now, I think it's critical how Tom builds relationships with younger players in the locker room. He's 41 years old. Some of these guys are 21, 22 years old. How he relates to them, because those relationships off the field and the chemistry on the field, a lot of that correlates in terms, do you know a guy? So Tom being able to know these younger players, because he is basically an old man out there in terms of generations. So he has a family. He has a wife and kids. All of these younger kids, how he relates to them is important.
Mike, you brought up the point of Belichick and Brady being on the same page. Obviously, there are a lot of reports about what was going on in kind of the offseason, but a lot of reports this week about how fun, I don't know if we should put that in quotes or not, but how fun some of these training camp practices have been. Do you think that Belichick is doing that kind of stuff as a response? He never responds to the media, I'm assuming here, but what do you think is behind kind of injecting a little bit of fun, replacing, having the defense and the offense switch sides, stuff like that?
Well, as we watch the players go from the stretching to the individual stations, you see the quarterbacks, Tom Brady, Brian Hoyer, and Danny Etling there. I wouldn't say it's any different, Michelle, Teddy. We saw Isaiah Wynn, the first-round pick, catch a punt, and everyone get excited.
I saw that all over.
Make the point.
It used to be Matt Light. It used to be Vince Wilfork. It used to be Sebastian Vollmer. It's been done before.
We had offense turn to defense. Tom Brady playing linebacker. That might be something a little different, but I feel like Belichick's always tried to mix something in there to make it a little light at times. But ask the players how fun it is when they're on that conditioning hill after practice. I don't think that's too fun.
All right, everybody, we are expecting a competitive practice today, an inter-squad scrimmage the day after Tom Brady's 41st birthday. Doesn't look a day over 40, guys. Maybe even less than that. Thank you so much, everybody. Teddy Bruschi, Mike Reese, we are here all day today. Laura Rutledge, back over to you.
This is SportsCenter AM.
Urban Meyer speaks out for the first time since being put on leave. What his former coach, accused of domestic violence, told us about Urban's statement. A hot night in Boston that had nothing to do with the temperature. Why Alex Cora was so mad he did something for the first time as Red Sox skipper. Plus, the Patriots aiming to make their 3rd straight Super Bowl. We sit down live with owner Robert Kraft. That and more ahead on SportsCenter.
They threw tomato juice on me, beer, everything.
Matt Berry, Laura Rutledge here with you on this Saturday morning. Plenty to get to, as you mentioned. We'll head back to Patriots camp, checking in with Robert Kraft. Also the latest on Urban Meyer. We still have more guests to join us along those lines. Lots of football, but some baseball too.
Yeah, it is a college football Saturday. We're counting down to the start of college football, but right now we're in the throes of some pennant chase fun in baseball. And a great story that happened late last night. While everyone was sleeping, everybody except from the West Coast, extra innings, Tigers, A's. This is Ramon Laureano getting informed Wednesday that he was getting promoted from AAA to the Bigs.
I love it.
Yeah, it's such a great piece of video there. Hey, you're a big leaguer. So here's his opportunity. 13th inning, Friday's game. Top of the 13th, it's tied. Jose Iglesias steals second. But the throw goes into the outfield. Laureano, that's a big league play.
He's got an arm.
Yeah, I've got stats to back that up. At the time of his call-up, Laureano led all of AAA in outfield assists, with 13 of them. Make that number 1 in his big league career. So let's go to the bottom of the 13th now. Could he respond after playing well in the field? Man on, Laureano, bottom of the 13th, ball game.
Man.
Nick Martini shaken, not stirred, slightly dirty.